No.
Again, we have to be really conscious of what we are putting in our body. There's a lot of research now done on nutrition which shows what type of food are inducing inflammation in our body. These packaged food here, they may all seem like they have low calories, but the content of the food may in fact induce inflammation and slow down our metabolism to the point of actually still causing weight gain. Whereas if we focus on food that has the right balance of protein, nutritious micronutrients from fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, nuts, a blend of nuts and fruits. All of these have the good type of fatty acids, they have protein, they have fiber, they give us the calories we need without necessarily robbing our body from all the important nutrients.
You know, many nutritionists will recommend raw almonds, but you have to be careful about the quantity because a few almonds pack a pretty hefty calorie punch.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a very important point that you bring up because again, it's all in the package of food that we are putting inside of us and how the total number of calories is in balance with the type of good and type of fat that we are actually getting.
So the things that you're talking about are the hydrogenated oils, the trans fats, which apparently in California anyway has been outlawed, and just some of these additives that are really doing you no favors at all.
Absolutely. If I could just get one point across from today's discussion is that if we, regardless of what type of diet we follow, if we can eliminate the high fructose corn syrup,
which is in a lot of the juices.
A lot of the juices. And it's, again, it's a synthetic thing that was designed about 30 years ago to substitute sugar.
And it's making us fat.
It is making us fat. It affects our hormones and a cascade of chemicals that actually slow down our metabolism and induce inflammation, as opposed to food that's really anti-inflammatory. It's giving us nutrition, it's giving us vitamins, it's giving us a lot of antioxidants and helping our hormones to actually boost metabolism to burn more fat.
Cherries, dried cherries. I've heard of cranberries, obviously, and raisins, but dried cherries is not something I eat very often. These are very good for you?
These are very good. Every color, fruit, and vegetable you can imagine has a micronutrient that's important for our body. And go ahead.
Well, I was going to say you trained with Dr. Weil, who is nationally known, and you're Harvard educated. So you've really spent most of your career dedicated to what, holistic health?
That's correct. And again, a big focus is that whatever we put in our body can affect our health. So we can do so much to prevent a lot of illnesses and to really have a healthier life.
Give us a laundry list of some of the illnesses that you see, particularly in women, that can be prevented with foods. Are you talking about autoimmune diseases? What are you talking about specifically?
We are talking about cardiovascular diseases, and now it's known that there's actually an inflammatory component to cardiovascular disease. We're talking about diabetes, we're talking about arthritis, we're talking about autoimmune diseases, as you mentioned. We're talking about irritable bowel syndrome, which is something that affects men and women with their digestive system. We're talking about children developing obesity and diabetes and allergies, asthma. They all have an inflammatory component.
We do have a tip board that we want to share with our viewers with some advice and tips that you have when it comes to healthy eating. You say eat more, weigh less by eating real food, as we've been looking at here. You also recommend avoiding foods that lead to allergies and inflammation, which are some of the foods with additives that we've been sharing. And you say balance your blood sugar and cut cravings. How do you do that?
Cravings is usually as a result of ups and downs in our blood sugar. If we instead start our day with a good amount of protein, fruits, and fiber, we have a sustainable level of energy. And that prevents the ups and downs in our sugar.
So staying stable is the key.
Staying stable, eating small meals but frequent meals, and making sure you have, again, all the right fuel sources, as opposed to increasing your insulin, increasing your cortisol, which are all going to turn into fat storage and increasing your weight.
So don't binge, don't starve, try to keep it on an even keel.
Absolutely.
Dr. Kohani, thanks so much for joining us. We'll have a link to your website on our